Hello, welcome to Nice Ethereal Epiphanies. I hope you're having a good day. This is where I talk about all the things. I talk about, I don't know, everything. To be honest, I'm still figuring out what this channel is going to be about. But I've been talking a lot on this channel about intellectual loneliness and all the. And today I got up at work and it's a beautiful bird. By the way, I have some footage before I started. Uh, to a red bird and a blue jay. I just can't remember the name of the bird right now. The red bird, but it was so beautiful. It was like it looked like Angry Birds the way it was flying towards me. So I was, I'll just insert it here. I'll insert it in this video, the footage from that. And everything just be completely brown and dead after it being so beautiful earlier in the years. Beautiful. I really needed just to come here and hear this because it's been a long and crazy week. Actually, a really bad week, but making most of it. It's really peaceful. Yeah, look at this bird. Oh my gosh. Did you guys come over? Did you see that? What? What? Oh my gosh. No way. No way. Wait, let me see if I can. Did you see how freaking vibrant red this bird is? Can you see it? Okay, maybe I should be quiet and just walk towards it very slowly. Oh, my gosh, oh my gosh, look at this. It looks like one of those angry birds. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful. Get closer. I think it's gonna fly up because let me just go close very slowly. Oh my god. It's so this bird is vibrant. So, oh my god. Where's my professional camera? It's in work. Oh, there he goes. It's, oh my gosh, it flew close. Close. Wow. Ah, this thing. Oh my god. It always. So, don't fly away, little birdie. I think I was moving too fast toward it. Oh my gosh. It's such a beautiful, vibrant red. Okay, I'm forgetting the name of this bird right now, but it looks like one of those, the Angry Birds. The way it flew towards me, it definitely had the Angry Bird face. Hey, shut up, crow. By the way, crows are so intelligent, by the way. Is that a crow sound? I think it's a crow sound. Ugh, gee, this bird is so. Now the back of the bird makes me like a mom. Just look at. Bye, little birdie. Bye, little red angry bird. There it goes. Bye, little red angry bird. Wow. I am so glad I came outside today. I was not feeling well. And there was a blue jay. It's a blue jay. Now, I know that's a blue jay, but I don't know what that bird is. I'm forgetting the name top. Can't remember the top of my head right now. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that. So today I did not plan to come and on here and talk to you guys. But I saw that it's the last day of it being warm outside. and I was trying to just figure out like what's gonna be my plans and for the week, for work, YouTube, etc. And so this video, I'm just talking my throat. By the way, if you're new here, this is what I do. I talk through my thoughts with you. In recent years, I've become a better writer than I have a speaker. And it used to be, actually, I've always been a great writer because I couldn't really express myself as a kid. So I used to write. I was that kid that would not talk to you, but write you a 10-page letter. Is it a 5-page letter or a 10-page letter? What does Aaliyah say? I don't know. I remember one of those two. So that was me as a kid. I would not talk to you, but I'll write you a letter. That was me as a kid. And also, I was very neurodivergent, used to stutter, everything, you name it. I should do a video about that. Ding ding. Yeah. Because of that, I've always been really great at my writing. And even though my teachers growing up was like, I didn't know you could write like that. It's like, because yeah, I would be really great expressing myself via writing, but not so much verbally. And over the years, I guess corporate being in corporate, I was forced to have to be better and great in my verbal communication. What was I thinking about that? No, I don't remember. Anyway, well, yeah, if you're new here, also very like neurodivergent. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was not planning to do a video today, but now that I'm here and we're here together, okay, we're here together. I'm really thinking about what's my next steps. What's my purpose here on YouTube? What am I gonna do? I remember maybe I talked about this before, but I don't think like it like such in depth. So years ago, so for, if you're new here, I have worked in IT for 15 years plus now. But 15 years ish. And okay, sorry about that. Yeah. So I worked in IT for 15 years plus, and years ago, actually almost we're almost in 2025, 10 years ago now almost, I so badly wanted to be a YouTuber and do all of these like I wanted to do live coding and stuff like that and stream it and also do reviews and I even so I don't know if I could talk about this now. By the way, I have like so many NDAs. It's hard to keep track. And I had to look at them to see when I could talk about certain stuff. But there was a company that worked for one of the big brother companies. I'm joking. But a company that I worked for was a contractor of a very big company. And so because of that, I got lots of equipment, like IT equipment, like networking equipment, stuff like that. I I still have this stuff. That's why I've not let go of my storage because that was the epitome of my career. It was like the climax of my career, really. It was such a beautiful time for me. The fact that I was young and able to take on so much and do so much for this big company and lead meetings and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was amazing. And so I was like in the height of all this stuff happening. And I was like, this is a great time to do a YouTube channel and talk about. So I couldn't talk about my day job, my work, because I'm getting NDAs and stuff. But I had wanted to take what I was doing at work and bring that online and show you guys like creative coding and like interactive stuff. Now I'm saying you guys, but back then I didn't have a YouTube channel. But show the internet like my like just things I was working on. For example, something that like I did it was like after this big project happened, it really inspired me. And I kid you not, for like maybe 6 weekends, I didn't talk to anybody. On the weekends, if I got off of work at a decent time on Friday, after that, until the next Monday, I was, like, in the house. I went to my religious meetings, but outside of that, like, I was, like, in the house, dead set focus, s soldering things together, like, just and so I had created, like a digital art installation in my house, and it was so fun. I love that so much. Like, I had this digital signage sign that I set up, and it said "Nerd Alert," and oh my gosh, I don't have my hard drive. I think it's in my storage unit. If I could find it, I'm gonna add at least a picture. If I could find a picture, I'll add that to this video. But anyway, I had a digital sign that said "Nerd Alert," and the point was that when I walked past, it would, or just anyone walk past really, but when it recognized motion, it would blink "Nerd Alert." So I coded that. First of all, I built the sign, okay, myself, my own two hands, and I also coded the hardware so that if there was motion that had passed by, it would blink "Nerd Alert." So I built so many things like that. Also, I built another system so that if I opened the door before 8 a.m. in the morning, it would say, "Have a good day, Naya. It's 20 degrees and it's going to rain. Do you have your umbrella?" I did all that using Adafruit and stuff like that. I had all these things, amazing things that I was doing in my own apartment, in my own space. And I wanted to just bring all that to YouTube and just talk about it and share it with everyone in the world. And I never did it. And I regret that. I regret not taking so many wonderful moments in my life, in my career, and when I was traveling as well. When I was traveling, when I was doing all these like creative installations and stuff like that, and doing this creative tech stuff in, like in my home, like looking back, I should have documented a lot of it. I should have documented it. I should have put it out there on the internet. Another thing too, I think this that also would have helped my career. Because what happens is that, for example, my day jobs, I was under a lot of like NDAs as a contractor, X, Y, and Z, or either as a full time employee of a company that's subcontracting. So there's a lot that I couldn't talk about publicly, but I was able to recreate them in my own space, and I could have talked about them and did it then. So, yeah, there was a whole lot that I wanted to do for YouTube, on YouTube, for the internet that I never got a chance to do, which is okay. You know what? Oh, sorry. I'll say this. I made the mistake back then of not documenting my work. I documented my work, but not in the way of which I could share on YouTube. So I do have some regrets for not doing that, but I also do regret perhaps also not documenting my travels, but also, okay, well, let me talk about that one as well. When I was traveling, so for those of you that are new here, I've traveled to over 25 countries by myself, solo. Only one of them I traveled with friends. It was Mexico. And but everywhere else I've traveled alone, completely alone. And my thing was that I, at the time, like by this time, I already had a professional camera from those early years when I said like I was doing like creative IT work, and I bought a professional camera, but I just wasn't using it for the purpose of YouTube or anything. So I had my professional camera, and I really could have. I like last night I was looking at some of my pictures. I was like, I've been so many places and done so many things. And I don't, but I have 72,000 photos from all of my travels, but not a lot of footage and stuff for YouTube or these type of platforms. And I always wonder, do I regret it? Should I have documented these things via video? And I'll just say this. My answer is no, I don't regret it. And here's why. I don't regret documenting my IT work, creative IT work. And I don't regret not documenting my travels. Only because I feel like I wouldn't have been living in the moment. I wouldn't have been taking everything, and I would have been so concerned with, is the lighting okay? Do I have a 5 o'clock shadow again? Am I saying the right things? Am I doing this correctly? Blah, blah, blah. So actually, now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm processing that. I'm like, actually, I don't regret it. I do not regret not documenting things for social media. I feel like if life works out okay for me in the future, I will always have a second chance to do these things over, perhaps, and do it for the internet. But I am happy and I appreciate and I love the fact that I got to do all these things and I still have the memories and the pictures and I was living in the moment. So that's me processing that with you guys today because I think about these things a lot and I'm like, do I regret it? Should I have done X, Y, and Z? And just I'll give you guys an example. When I was in Paris, for the first time I've ever been to Paris, it was amazing, by the way. And I was completely alone. No one to be like, oh, you have to get up at this time and we have to go see this thing. And I didn't see the Eiffel Tower until almost the end of my trip. I and I know people from France are like, what? Yeah, I didn't see the Eiffel Tower until the end because I felt like there's so much to see. And I was staying quite close to it, a couple train rides away. Oh, another thing, I saved money by staying outside of Paris. I think is it a 13th adornment? I don't know what it's called. I forgot. I'll probably put it somewhere here. But I stayed right outside of Paris. And so another thing about me is that when I travel, I don't like to go to the touristy spots right away because I'm like, I can do that. Like everyone, I've seen so many photos. Like my thing is that I do the non-touristy things first for experience because I'm very like experience driven person. So I like to have an experience first and then go see the touristy things. So that's how I plan my trips. And I look in places like Reddit, I look in places like in forums to see what the locals say. Let me tell you this. It makes a difference in your trips when you find out where the locals go to eat, what the locals do. And it's really funny. I learned this from just being a New Yorker because how many times do New Yorkers see, not foreigners, but I guess tourists, come and they go to the Empire State Building and they book all these tours that are like a lot of money, not realizing like you can do that towards the end of your trip and by yourself for like more than less than half of the price. But many of them don't know that, right? Like I think for safety reasons too, people are more prone to. By the way, the sun is coming out. But I think tourists are like, okay, if I want to stay safe, I'll go with an agency. I'll book X, Y, and Z. I'll get a. And don't get me wrong, I have learned a lot about cities from having organized or being part of organized tours. But I'll say that I've learned a lot on my own from just whatever I see locals say online, I follow that. And then the touristy stuff, I save for last, but only if I get a discount because I'm not spending $60 to do something that I can do for free. And that's another thing. A lot of places in these like tourist attractions, you'll find out like you can do it for free by yourself. In fact, I found out a lot of things too. You can just buy for example, there might be a walking tour that you pay $130 for, and then you find out later there's an app that's for free that can do the same exact tour on your own, completely guided. So, yeah, so there's like, sorry, I started going on a tangent there. Yeah, anyway, so from being a New Yorker, I knew these things already. I knew that as a tourist, that there will be traps for you. Anyway, when I was traveling, I always avoided those. And whoever the local said, I would do that and then do the touristy things last. Yeah. And you know what? I will say, even though I don't have lots of video, sorry, to just go back to what I was talking about earlier, even though I don't have lots of video footage of a lot of these things, I do have lots of photos. And I would love to one day go back and visit these countries and film me sitting in a cafe, drinking coffee, blah, blah, blah. Probably nice one day. But I'll say, even if I never get to do those things ever again or go to these countries ever again, the memories are still there. The photos, I still have them. The experiences are still there. Point is that I now realize I do not regret not documenting parts of my life on video. Yeah. Because I was living out my life. I was taking everything. And sorry, I think I want to say I was trying to say this earlier. This is a whole other video, but I'll just say this. I'll never forget when I was in Paris and I had the best restaurant experience of my entire life. Of my best experience. And it was simply because I have a rule when I travel that there's only but so many times I can on my phone. So I have a little black book. Actually, now this book has lost it. Oh, it's very good looking because this book has been through a lot, okay? All right, so don't judge me. I'm normally a very clean person. But this book has been through, it's been through it, okay? So not a lot goes into this book. Yes, see, I put the wrong thing on camera. Not a lot goes into this book, but only very important things. But anyway, so this book here, this is Moleskine. Yeah, Moleskine. Yeah, I think it's Moleskine. And so this book right here has lots of things in it. Lots of things. Lots of things. When I die, this book will be very interesting. Whoever finds it, it's very interesting. But anyway, so I had a thing that when I traveled, I would put my phone away and I'll take in spaces. Just restaurants, etc. I'll just take it all in. I'm very big on people watching. I love people watching. I think you get to formulate your own thoughts on people and culture when you just people watch. Especially, especially go back to the whole France thing. Americans have such bad views. Not bad, but I think that lots of West European countries, we elevate but also have things that we don't like about them. Not we, but Americans as a whole. Not me. I try to be as neutral as possible. But for example, many Americans say, "Oh, the French they're so rude. They're so rude." But then you actually get to know the French, realize they're actually not that rude. They're direct. But that's most of Europe is quite direct. Now, I think that my opinion, I think that the French are just like very get to the point. And so we view that because Americans are very all about pleasantries. They're like, "Oh, bless you, how are you? Oh, you look so nice today. I love your outfit." And meanwhile, you turn around, and you hate them. The French are not like that. They're like, "What's your outfit? Like, you okay today?" So, but not exactly. I'm being funny, okay? You guys will eventually start to understand my humor. But the point is that from people watching, I've come to realize the French are actually like very loving and nice people. From my experience, all this is my experience, what I've gone through. And some of these they might say or do might seem harsh, but let me tell you, I've experienced harsh, and the French is not it. They're not it. They might have done some things historically that are harsh, but we're talking about modern day, modern time. From my interactions and people watching, I have to say that, yeah, overall, I think that we have, as Americans, I'll stop saying we, Americans have a very distorted view because we might see something on TV or there might be a bias or whatever. And then we have that interaction and we're like, "Oh, look at that. Every French person is so and so." And, but when you actually spend time around French people, you see that's not the case at all. And I can go into that so deeply, but I'll stop here before this is an hour-long video or 2 hours long. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, just to go back again, this notebook, whenever I go places and I just want to sit with my thoughts, no phone, no anything, this book, I open it up. And honestly, I need a new book by now, but I even go back in some of the pages and write in the margins because I don't want to get rid of it. But this book here, when I just want to take in the town, the country, etc., I take out that book and no phone, no nothing. Not at all. I have so many memories and experience, and also I wonder this too, if these would have been different if I would have had a camera with me and taken a camera out and like I have right now, a stand and all these things. I wonder if my experiences would have been different, if I would have had less personable interactions. So, yeah, this is not the point of this video, but I'm glad I talked about it. The whole point of this video, actually, my original thinking was to talk about what's the purpose of this channel. So I'll say this, that, hmm, let me think. I'll say this, that I wish maybe I could have done YouTube sooner, but have been more strategic while maintaining my experience. So I'll say that I don't fully regret it. It's not a full regret. But the way I feel about it now is that, okay, I didn't do it. I could have done it. If I would have done it, how would I have done it? I would have probably done it in a balanced way. So, for example, let's just going back to the IT thing, right? I think I would have done those projects first without a camera, just for the experience, just because I love doing those things. And then if it worked out well, redo it on camera, right? And the same with traveling. I think that I would have gone and seen and done all the things. And only if I have time at the end of my trips would I go back and say, hey, so yeah, by the way, I visited this place and it was this and that, blah, blah. That's probably how I would have done things because I'm so big on experiences. I'm so big on experiences and just taking everything in. That makes me feel good. I feel like it heals me in a way. Yeah. Anyway, another thing I was gonna talk about in this video, what is the next chapter of this channel? What is the direction? And because I spent so long in this video, I'll end it here for now. So the point of this video was what? It was to talk about the fact that I didn't start a YouTube channel so many years ago, but I'm here now. I'm here with you now. And maybe, although I don't have video footage, I can talk about my experiences. I don't know. Maybe I can do that. I can talk about my experiences traveling alone, traveling solo, like the ups and the downs, I created a playlist called Story Times. Like maybe I could do like the story times. I've so many stories from my travels. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'm just figuring things out. But anyway, thank you for being here. Hope you have a great today's Thursday. I hope you have a great Thursday. I think I'll post this tonight just because this was like I just want to come on today and talk to you guys, whatever. And yeah, I hope you have a great Thursday. I hope that you learned something today, or I don't know, took in something from what I. Oh my gosh, okay. I'll start over. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I had to start over a bit there. But yeah, anyway, I hope that you just take in everything that I said today. And maybe you learned a little bit more about me, hopefully. And anyway, I hope you have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are. I'm so happy when I post these videos and you guys write back to me or write a comment. Makes me feel really happy because your girl, is going through a lot right now. I'll say that for another video. We're going through a lot right now. And yeah, any sort of positive human interaction is helpful and appreciated. And yeah, that's it. So have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are, and see you soon. Another thing, one last thing. I'm thinking that I might just do these sort of videos where I'm just talking. Like no ethereal epiphany where I have anything structured or anything pre anything that, I think I'm gonna like separate things like ethereal epiphanies, story times, then daily vlogs. That's what I'm thinking right now. What do you guys think? Should I do that? Should I do it that way? Would you enjoy that? Should I maybe just do, like, daily vlogs, and then you guys can be like, "Oh, yeah, I love the vlogs, the daily vlogs," or semi-daily, whenever I can do like, just let me know. If I do more of these, I'm just talking, and you're just listening, like I'm your best friend, and you know how, like, you just be on the phone with your friend, and you doing something, and you're like, your friend's on the phone just going off, telling stories, and you're just like, "Yeah, girl," and you just be mopping or whatever. Let's have that kinda relationship. Let's definitely have that. I'm here for that. So if you're here for that too, let me know. Listen, I like more of these where you're just talking to us. And the ethereal epiphanies are nice too. Please do those and story times, but I like this one as well. Let me know. Let me know. Anyway, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Maybe tomorrow I'll do another vlog or something. But yeah, see ya.